Hashtag confessions of why I do this starting now. So what's up guys, my name is Wyatt Lindblom. I'm a student here at the University of Montana, Missoula. It's this little town out in the mountains. I mean, little compared to the big cities back east, but big for Montana standards. I was born in Bozeman, to kind of make a long story short. Born in Bozeman when I was really young. My parents moved to Nebraska. From Nebraska, moved to Utah. Lived in a bunch of places in Utah. From Utah, we bounced back up to Montana, ended up in a town called Havre. From Havre, I went to 1 year in college in a little town called Miles City. And then from Miles City, I moved with my current, I moved at the time was my girlfriend to Missoula, and now she's my fiance. And I've lived in Missoula for about 1.5 years now. And last year, I decided I wanted to pursue some photography and film. And so, bought myself a camera, got some lenses, and just kind of went at it, you know? And right now I'm on a hike. I'm up on the Rattlesnake. It's just this little river, runs up and down into Missoula, and then it runs back up into what's called the Rattlesnake Wilderness. And they've got some trails back here, and I'm gonna see if I can get some cool pictures here before it gets too dark. But yeah, that's a little bit about me. I'll take you back to the living room and I'll explain some more about why I picked up a camera in the first place. Alright, well, I started this idea of doing some photography and film, you know, just kind of following myself along with a camera when I'm hunting about, you know, 1.5 years ago. I started in 2016 when I was hunting with my dad. We were out mule deer hunting in some kind of choppy break, you know, river bottoms, stuff like that. And we come up and we're glassing this river bottom. We see what appears to be a cow moose, and she's standing right in the middle of the river. We're like, well, that's cool. Like, you don't really see a lot of cow moose in that area, you know. And we're like, cool, you know, we're just kind of glassing, watching her. And I look behind her, I was like, hey dad, looks like there's 2 cows behind her. You know, we pull out the glass and we zoom in, and it wasn't 2 cows, it was 2 bull moose, and they were fighting, and they were going ham in the brush, tearing it up, and she starts trotting away, and they're kind of following her and taking pausing, fighting, trying to catch up to her. And it was just so cool. And in that moment I was like, wow, where is my camera? This would be so cool to get on film, because you just really don't see that as often, you know, especially in the lower 48, and you know, and especially in where I'm from Montana, that part of the country, you don't see that very often. So I just decided that year that the following year I wanted to get a camera and I wanted to document some of the stuff that I saw, and that kind of leads me into the why. I mean, that's the introduction to the why, but the real why is, I think it's a basic human thing to want to tell stories. We tell stories all the time. You go to any bar, any, you know, campfire, any human gathering, there's always someone there telling stories. We all like to tell stories to each other of our experiences and how we see the world. And I think that's really how we connect. I mean, it started with, you know, cave paintings back in, you know, like the old Ice Age time. And then you got, you know, finger paintings, you know, people like, you know, whatever you want, Picasso or whatever, who, you know, 16th Chapel, you know, painting all this cool pottery, ancient Greek pottery. They're telling stories in that, you know. And then all of a sudden here comes books, and then here comes cameras start coming out, and then movies, and then we have all these different ways to tell stories. And I think this is one of the ways I want to tell stories, is through a camera. I think pictures are so powerful. You can tell a story through just one picture, or you can tell stories through in a video, and I'm trying to do both of them, successfully and unsuccessfully. So this whole blog is going to be about kind of the experiences I have, what I learned, what you can learn from the stupid mistakes I do, because that's what I always try to do when I'm watching a lot of the YouTubers out there. I'm like, well, what do they do? What do I want to imitate? What do I want to do differently? What can I learn from what they're doing? And then go out there and have some fun. I mean, that's really what we're out there to do. I mean, whatever your goal is, you know, try to learn, try to be better. It's kind of human things. I don't know. But that's my spiel. That's why I'm doing it. So, you know, stay tuned. I keep trying to put these out every week or so. Kind of got a bunch of film rolled up from this last year. You know, I have more like ice fishing, shed hunting, scouting coming up here quick. It seems like winter is like in the middle of it, but still trying to keep myself busy, not trying to have no cat with a neighbor. But hope you guys are all having fun out there, and stay tuned.